David Cole. Across from me is Christian Cole, and we are Gen X Unhinged. 250,000 Oregonians, Christian, signed a petition, and the politicians are just ignoring it. They're just like, screw that. We don't care that they signed a petition.
They don't care about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about anybody but themselves.
You talk about communism, un-American, all of that stuff. They've been saying Trump is a king. They've been saying Trump is a communist. This is in Oregon right now. We're living under a communist governor.
Absolutely. You live under a queen. You have a queen right now. You have a queen right now. And then all her jesters running around making laws and making rules, and they don't care about you. You could sign till the cows come home. All it's basically doing is showing you how much you guys really matter, which is none. You don't matter at all. They do not care.
Not one bit.
They don't care at all. They don't care at all. You know, it's like the people of color community. You know, the Democrats only care about them every 2 to 4 years. Other than that, they don't do anything for it. Look how hard Barack Obama leaned on him for his presidency, right? Leaned on the people of color hard. They voted for him. What changed? What got better? Wow. Iran got rich. People got guns on the border. Everybody else got stuff. You know who didn't get anything? Was the African community. They didn't get anything special.
That's
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. Then not anything they promised. That's for damn sure.
Yep. So in Oregon, we had this gas tax that the governor tried to ramrod through. 250,000 petitions were signed. That's 10% of the signed a petition in 37 days. They had Chief Kotek had cut the timeline for how fast we had to do it. And Representative Ed Deal got on the stick. He was like captain signature man or whatever.
Right.
And he got 250,000 signatures. What that document said was that we were going to vote on the gas tax in November. Right. And the politicians just said, no, we're going to vote on it in May. And they even had to break the law to get that because they didn't get the information in soon enough to put it on the May ballot. And yet they're just forcing it through.
Hey, they just strapped that tax on and bow, hammered you with it all day, all night. Hey, for the rest of your life, that's what's going to happen because these Democrats don't care. There's Republicans out there that don't care either, but they're slowly being weeded out. Hey, every one of Trump's candidates, people that he picked, won last night in the primary. Every one of them.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Hey.
It is a big deal.
Makes me happy.
It's a real big deal. Yeah. Yeah. I really think that this gas tax could be the day of reckoning for the Democratic Party in Oregon. I'm hoping that it's going to raise up some people and they're going to Democrats, Republicans, all of them saying, hey, we don't want to be taxed anymore. And we've got to make a change. I'm hoping to see it. You know, Representative Ed Deal has filed a lawsuit to stop what they did in the last couple of days. We'll see how that goes. You know, I think we have some cooler heads that can prevail in Oregon, but boy.
Right now,
he does
come out and say, hey, I don't care what happens with this gas tax. I'm going to fight it the whole way. But if they ram this through and they get it done, I will repeal it. And he needs to run on that now, even before he goes through. Even if it gets held up in court, no matter what happens along the way, he needs to come out now. He needs right now. Send him a message right now. I'll send him a message right now.
Well, you just did.
No,
you sent him a message.
Absolutely.
So, anyways, that got me fired up this week. I was pretty frustrated the other day when this happened, and I can still tell you I'm frustrated by it, but I'm trying to figure out a path out of it. It's a pretty big blow to Oregonians.
Well, the path out of it is to move.
Yeah, and I love the state of Oregon. I mean, it rains a lot. That's why we go to Arizona in the wintertime. But it's beautiful in the summer. It's the most beautiful place on earth. It's tough to leave.
Well, you got, where you live is kind of in the country. So maybe
not kind of.
Okay. So what you need to do is get all your neighbors together and buy a fuel truck, right? Go to Nevada, fill it up with diesel and bring it, and just fill your cars up out of that thing.
There you go.
Don't sell it.
There you go.
Don't sell it because that's against the law. because you have to.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that.
Sell it. No, you'd be in trouble
Sure.
for that. But
Right.
if all you and your neighbors all donate and buy a truck full of gas and bring it and just run off it, that's not illegal.
Well, I really do think, you say that partially in jest, but the rural communities in Oregon have to rise up because Portland's a cesspool. I mean, it's just a cesspool. Salem is becoming just a complete garbage dump. There's areas of it where there's tons and thousands of tons of garbage in parks where the homeless have just taken over. And in Eugene, there's homeless everywhere on the streets. And so these three big areas, they're kind of lost cause, but every other part of Oregon needs to step up right now and vote out these different issues and clean up our beautiful cities.
I agree. Do you guys have ag diesel there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you have the red ag diesel?
The red.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Well, you better make sure that's not in the tax.
Are you concocting a plan?
Well, yeah. Well, no, because if you get caught, I mean, we have commercial guys that drive around and they test your tank.
Yeah.
And if you get caught with red diesel in there, they get pissed. They give you a ticket.
Oh, yeah. They don't just they give you a ticket. It's an expensive ticket.
Right. It's the thing. It's not any different. It just has food coloring in it.
I didn't know that.
No, that's the only difference. Absolutely. That's the only difference. They turn it red because they know you didn't pay tax on it. That's why they do it.
It's cheaper.
Right. It's cheaper by taxes.
That makes sense.
Only taxes. It's not a cheaper product. Diesel's diesel. There's no good diesel. There's no bad diesel, right? Diesel is a byproduct of gas. If you make high-octane gas, it doesn't make high-octane diesel. I mean, it just doesn't. I mean, somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. I was going to make
I think you probably are. I think you probably are because you can run it in any vehicle. I mean, it's you're probably right.
Did you know diesel motors can be converted to run on straight engine oil?
I didn't know that.
Yes, it can.
This is quite the educational podcast today.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew that.
Did you learn that in your smog training or what?
No, I learned that in prepping. I always understand, if you ever have to go on the road and if there was a mass closure where you couldn't get to gas and I mean, every car has oil in it. So I just did some studying and you can retrofit diesel motors to run straight diesel or straight oil. Yeah, it's weird.
So were you a prepper? Were you a prepper?
No. I'm not. I'm mental prepper. Hey, so my brother-in-law, he's a hell of a hunter. I'm not a big hunter guy. I never have been, right? But he's a really good hunter. That's his whole thing. He's all outdoorsy and stuff. I'm outdoorsy too, but I'm a fisherman, right? So you put his hunting with my fishing, and then his wife with the gardening, because my wife, she's not gardening. We're not good at that. But we put those things together, we could build a whole thing. You know what I mean? We could live.
Gotcha.
His hunting and my fishing, we could get a handle.
Yeah.
And I'm a really good fisherman. I mean, really good. I was ranked in the country. So, that's my part of prepping. The first thing I would do is if there was a big thing that happened and civilization crushed, I'll run down to a dock and I would steal a big ass yacht. Okay, that had gas in it, that had desalinization so that I could pump the water. I'd have water, throw my, clothes and whatever. I would take that thing, go out in the middle. Who's going to arrest me at that point? Civilization's crushed. What are you going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll be living out on that guy's yacht. He spent a lot of money on that thing. I'll be comfortable.
Right. Hey, are you done? No,
I'm never done. I'm never done.
You ready to get back to some
Sure. Well, this is, hey, you know what? It's not important until it is, all right? It's not
That's true. That's very true.
This could all happen, and some guys be like, hey, that crazy fucking guy Christian, he said this. You know what? He's right. There he is, out there on that boat.
There he is. There goes that Christian. He's got Gen X Unhinged on his head.
Right. I'm on my way out. Nice hat, by the way.
Nice hat. Nice bling here. I tell you.
Living the dream.
Yours should be coming soon. We'll be looking sharp.
I'm telling you.
We will be looking sharp.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Get to Shopify and buy your stuff. It's nice. You'll like it.
That's right. GenXUnhinged.myshopify.com.
Yes.
All right. So we are on day 5 of Operation Epic Fury. Probably closer to 1,000 Iranians have died, unfortunately. But right now it looks like it's still only 6 or maybe a couple more Americans that have died.
Yeah, 6 so far. Unfortunate.
Yeah, 6. And that's
families.
really
Prayers.
unfortunate.
Prayers to their families.
Yep. Prayers to their families. Go ahead.
No. So there's been 1,000 Iranians, right?
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah.
Okay. We got $4,000 to go before we get equal with the World Trade Center. So, you know what I mean? We gotta level the playing field here. Gotta level the playing field.
Oh boy.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They've been doing it to us for how many years? And then all of a sudden we stand up
47.
and get back. Right. It's like we've been bullied by the Iran. I mean, hey, they grifted Obama for $450 million in cash. You know what I mean? I mean, come on now. And then these Democrats say, you know what? Let's do this. Let's put all the Democrats in Iran. Let's put all the Democrats in all these countries with all these leaders that they seem to defend, protesters and all. And they can go there and they can protest it from there. They don't got to protest it here because we don't want to hear it. Go over there and protest. It's bullshit. These people are bullshit. I'm sorry, they're bullshit. You know, treason.
It's really starting to become even more evident that the Democrats in office, especially in Washington, but in states as well, their whole platform is right now anti-Trump.
They don't have a platform.
So
they have a platform.
Yeah, well, it's anti-Trump. Right. I mean, it's just that's all they have. Right. That's all they can go back. That's all they can stand on.
Right.
And so Trump fired upon Iran, who has been our biggest adversary for the last 47 years. They were very close to nuclear capabilities, which they were going to fire at us or other.
They have been 3 or 4 times.
Right. And so what this did is the Democrats are now saying, well, he shouldn't have killed the Ayatollah. Yeah, no, it's like you can't be saying that. The Ayatollah is like the worst guy in the world.
Right.
And he's killing people.
Right.
And so if you're just anti-Trump.
Could you imagine when Barack Obama killed Hussein? Or not? Yeah. I mean, could you imagine if the Republicans came out? We're like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. Hey, we didn't say shit to you when you took over Libya. You know, when you did exactly this in Libya, we didn't say a word. Not a word. Not a word. You know, Pelosi on video. We don't need your permission. We can do what we want. But now all of a sudden we have to have permission. You know that we have not declared a state of war in the United States since the Second World War? Never. All this stuff we've ever done, even Vietnam was a police action. Never declared war. You know, so it's just, they're anti-American. And at the end of the day, and you know, you're going to see this in the midterms. People are sick of it. You know, I mean, one thing we learned, Al Green out, Crockett out, the one-eyed Jack is out. You know, and this is what that tells me, is that tells me that everybody agrees with us. You know what I mean? They didn't vote for her. They didn't vote for Al Green. That means that what we've been saying is that we're right. They're on the fringe. Yeah. They're on the top 3 to 5% in America.
Right.
You know, but they won't learn anything. They won't learn anything. You know, I mean, go ahead.
I don't want to glaze over the fact because Jasmine Crockett has just been a thorn in everybody's side. As of right now, her last day in office anywhere is January 3rd, 2027. She gave up her seat in the House. She gave up her seat in the House, and she just lost her primary for the Senate. There's nowhere to go right now.
Well, she didn't give up her seat. They districted her out.
I don't know. You might be right. You might be right.
And Green.
That's fine.
The people in her district voted for Trump. That's why they redistricted in the first place.
Right.
You know, you can't have a red district with a blue leader, or a blue district with a red leader. Of course, that never happens because we play by the rules. You know.
I mean, your point is just right on, because they're starting to crumble. The
Right?
Democratic Party,
Right.
we're starting to see it
We're
crumble.
starting to see it crumble within.
From within. You know, I think it's time for us Gen Xers. I think the majority of our audience is Gen Xers. We've got to rise up. We have got to rise up. We were all raised the same way, whether you're a Democrat or Republican. It's time for us to rise up and do the right thing.
Well, see, that's the thing,
The right
Dave.
thing.
Until Bill Clinton, I think, really heavily in Obama, but around Bill Clinton era, us Gen Xers, we didn't talk about politics around the table. Nobody knew who you were. You know, the Democrats weren't running around with purple hair with their face on fire. You know, the only liberals you had were the people that were spitting on the troops from Vietnam, which was wrong, but they had the right to do. I mean, they didn't have a right to do that, but they had a right to protest the war. They had a right to do all those protests. That's the American way, you know. But when the Democrats were in power, they didn't stop the war. So, you know what I mean? They were in the fringe. The Liberal Party was the fringe. Now the problem is that the Democrats themselves are the fringe and the liberals are the party. The progressives are the party. So you have the 3% of the people that were protesting the war, protesting the Vietnam War in our generation. Those 3% have taken over the government. So the other 97% of the Democrats who disagreed with the war, but they weren't out protesting. They weren't, you know, they just didn't disagree. They just disagreed with it. You know what I mean? And you have that right. But not enough of them disagreed with it for the Democrats to stop it. So that means 90% or 97% of the Democrats were okay with it. You know what I mean? So now those people, they've been sidelined. They don't matter anymore. They don't matter anymore. You know, if I was a Democrat, I would be pissed.
And I think they are, because
they should be.
You know, they didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left them.
Absolutely. Sprinted away from them.
Yeah. And, you know, I think we've been saying that pretty loud and clear for, you know, the last 4 months or whatever, how long we've been doing this, 5 months, that at least I have, and I think you have too.
Oh, yeah.
Is that by and large, the Democrats, I have a lot of Democrat friends. I don't have a problem with them. If they stay out of this anti-Trump slosh, we're not that far apart.
No, and that's one thing with what you just said, is that's one thing that I'm learning. I'm actually, you know, being involved like I am, I'm actually learning this now, Dave. Like, I'm learning, and I'm seeing how far they keep going. Like, before in 2016, Obama, Hillary, she was a horrible candidate. Why you would vote for her, I don't know, but you did what you did. But she's nothing. She's nothing like Biden was. Nothing like Biden was. Okay. Nothing like Trump was. Nothing like Newsom will be. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you guys don't have a party. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
AOC, Bernie Sanders, all these people that are just so out there crazy.
Correct. And this is the problem. And this is what I see, is that people in the United States are now, Democrats are now starting to see what Republicans have lived in California for 20 years.
Right.
We have nothing. We have nothing. But if you look at the messaging from the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, we're all common sense. I mean, it's not hard to be a Republican. If you got a stick, you either have a stick or you don't. Boy or girl. It's not that hard. Not that hard, right? I mean, I'm serious.
It's that easy. You're absolutely right.
If you don't have a stick, you go to room left. All right? It's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. And the point is that I don't want a person that used to have a stick that doesn't have a stick now in a room with my child who doesn't have a stick and doesn't understand why this guy has an Adam's apple and she doesn't. There's Adam's apple. It's called Adam's apple for a reason. Look it up.
Yeah.
Because Eve didn't have one. That's why. Eve didn't have an Adam's apple.
I go back to my statement. I think it is time for Gen Xers to stand up, because we are the biggest generation right now. and we're closer to boomers than we are to Gen Z.
Correct.
And you combine Gen X and boomers. Oh my gosh, we should be controlling these elections.
Right.
So
well, there is more Gen Xers in the United States than any other generation in the history of the United States right now, because the boomers all had the American dream. 2 kids, sometimes 3 or 4, they always had at least 2, I mean, so for every boomer, for every 2 boomers, 2 to 4 children came out.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So we double the numbers, and we just got to figure that out, and we got to stop letting these Democrats divide us. I'm talking about the party, not the people.
That's right.
Look, if you're a Democrat, be a Democrat. I love you for it. Hey, you have a right to be who you are. But the party that you follow has now become the Nazi party. It's nothing but rules, your speech. You can't be anything. And anytime you're anything different, I saw a liberal call a black guy a Uncle Tom the other day. Okay? I mean, how is that not racist? I would never. There are 2 things I would never do. 1, call a black guy Uncle Tom, and 2, use the N-word. Those are the 2 things I would never do, ever. But these liberals think that it's okay. It's okay to be racist against a black person if they're on the other side of the aisle.
Right.
Right. It's okay. It's okay. And I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. I'm just dumbfounded by it. I mean, you got Jasmine Crockett on here talking about people couldn't find the polling line. What do you mean they couldn't find it? But in the same sentence, the system's inherently racist and rigged. Okay? So maybe that's because Gavin Newsom thinks that African American people can't read. I mean, maybe that's where you guys are not correlating. You're not getting the message out, because your party believes that people of color are an inferior race and aren't educated at all. Okay, that's what they believe. They wouldn't have said that in a room.
Wrong.
And it is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. 100%. I mean, could it be more wrong?
No,
I mean, honestly,
it's just so wrong.
It could not be more wrong. But they keep pushing it, and people keep supporting it. And what's funny is the people who support it the most are white liberal women and their bitch ass husbands. Sorry. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, what's going on in Fresno? I know you've done a little research in Fresno, and there's something a little bit different happening there.
So this guy is a convicted sex offender. Okay? Not like he got drunk with his boys one night and peed by a school and was a dick to a cop and got put on the list. Okay? This guy got caught with child pornography, child abuse pornography, which means the actual act of pedophilia in action, because it was abuse. It wasn't just naked kids. You know what I mean? It was the next level. And so this guy's running for city council, right? And the whole world is up in arms and want to block it and change things to not allow this guy to run. I say, let him run. Let him run. Don't block him.
Why would you say that?
Because it puts it in. This is the deal. If you let him run and you don't try to block him and he runs, right? Then everybody who votes for him, you can say, look, you support this. You think this is okay. You know what I mean? I just think it calls more attention to it than blocking him.
Yeah. At some point, though, I don't think it matters about calling attention. It's not allowing people that have been arrested for doing those type of lewd acts to have any kind of influence on our children or any kind of power. I mean,
Makes sense.
Sure, may be rehabilitated. They may be. I don't know that for sure, though, and I'm not willing to take a chance.
But nobody's going to vote for him.
I disagree
Nobody's
with
going to
you.
vote for that guy. No one's going to vote for that.
We got Al Green in office. What are you talking about?
Al Green is not a convicted, you know what?
Yeah, but he's a fool.
Well, okay, there's a really big difference between a retard and a pedo. Okay, there's night and day, night and day.
I just think why even go down that road? I don't think that's a smart thing.
We're spending all this time talking about it, and we're elevating him to the top of the presses, and we're doing all these things. You know, I don't know. The problem is this: is if you block it and you don't allow it to happen. Okay, you're right. You know, everything you said is very true. But if you block it, then they have the right to say, well, my lifestyle is very much okay. And the only reason why you guys blocked it was so that you could prove that my lifestyle is, because I was going to be elected. I was going to be elected because my lifestyle is okay. It is justified. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Let him go talk.
I agree. Okay.
You know, so I mean that's just my personal opinion. You know, I'm a little shocked at your stance on that. I get it. I understand it.
Right.
You're looking at the long game, which
Right.
I think is admirable.
Right.
But the short game risks to me aren't worth it. But that's okay. We can disagree.
Right.
I like it.
But it's not. But it's not that. First of all, he's never going to get elected in the first place. Number one, right out the gate.
Thank God.
If you go out and block it, what you're doing is you're calling attention to it. Just let it go. Don't block it. Let the world see how much they despise this guy. If you block it, we as conservatives never feel the win. You know what I mean? We never get to prove the point that this lifestyle is wrong and it's sick. That's my only point. So if you block it, he never gets on the ballot. Nobody gets to vote. He doesn't have this tremendous loss. And we don't get, as the media doesn't get to come out and say, hey, the pedophile from frickin' Fresno didn't make city council. In fact, he got crushed. He got 3 votes. So what that does is it statistically proves the point that it is a sickness and everybody feels that way. If you block him, you never get those numbers. You see what I'm saying?
I get it. I do. I understand what you're saying. Again, you're playing the long game there.
Right.
I'm just not sure the short game risks are worth it. So, I'm good with that, Christian. I mean, it's okay for us to disagree. I think you have a valid opinion on that. So.
Right. I don't think he deserves to be in office. I believe he should. I deserve he believes to be in jail. 100%.
Right.
I don't think you should ever get out for shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you do a crime like this, you should be locked away forever. Just because you were caught with your phone. Let me tell you something. Did they go and did they find those kids that were in those videos? Did they bail those kids out? Are those kids doing with what they're still dealing with or not?
Yeah.
We don't know. We will never know.
We don't know.
These are the facts.
Right.
That was an after the fact thing of somebody that was abused. And as far as I'm concerned, if you had that on your phone or you had that on your computer, you are as guilty of the abuse that happened in there as the person that did it. That's just an opinion. But, there's no coming back from that unless you get castrated.
Hey, let's end with something a little bit more on the lighter side. We were talking about Gen X shows the other night, and you brought up Miami Vice.
Oh, I love that show.
I love it. You are a big Miami Vice.
I was thinking about Casey. I got to get myself a nickel-plated 45. That gun is badass. That thing is badass. So, yeah.
CDP Firearms LLC.com for those of you who are wondering about Casey.
Don't
That's
buy
how
it.
you
He's
get
got
your
one
gun.
of those. Don't buy it.
Yeah, because you want it.
I want it. I'm going to have Don Jones' name on it. I'm putting the Miami Vice.
I tell you, that show, even just the intro was just excitement from the word go.
It's a great show. And this is the thing. The reason why I quit is because 2 cops driving around in a white Ferrari can only be undercover for so long. All right. At some point, somebody's going to know something about something. All right. So that's why I went out. But and then when they changed from the Daytona to the Testarossa, why did you do that? That Daytona was badass. All right. It was badass. The Testarossa was junk, in my opinion.
So then they tried to recreate this for the new generation and had Colin Farrell as Don John. That was just terrible.
Right.
That was terrible.
Right. Hey, you cannot be Crockett and Tubbs. The only two people that could be is Don Johnson, and Tubbs was
Philip Michael Thomas.
You can't beat those two. They were perfect. You can't come out, yeah, we're gonna make it new. No, you can't, because you can't re-energize what they energized in the 80s, right? You can't re-energize MTV, because generations don't understand what MTV was and how big of an impact it had on everyday life. You know, I mean, on the first couple episodes, it was when slow motion, the high def slow motion came out. And then, like, you know, remember the Matrix where they were doing all that crazy special effects stuff?
Sure.
That's what, like, Miami Vice was with slow motion when it came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. It was
awesome.
amazing.
It was amazing. Oh, and this is what else thing I saw that a lot of people don't know is, you know, we talk about racism a lot, and you watch Miami Vice, there's no way. There's hardly any white people on that show, but it was the greatest show ever. It was, honest to God, I mean, even you look on Trudy's desk, her name badge says Big Booty Trudy. Right on there. Look, watch it. I'm just telling you what I read. Hey, and you know why? Because they were okay, and people were okay with it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, it's like when you call the fat guy tiny. Nobody got offended. That's just the way it was. You know, now everyone's all offended and, you know, all up in their feelings. You know?
Yep.
Bullshit. I'm tired of it, to be honest with you. But, you know.
Hey, I want to end on a really a serious note, something that's been on my heart. So I think our nation's at a real inflection point here. I really do. I think that right versus wrong is just such an important issue. And we've been talking about it a lot. And there's this verse in James 5:16. It's in the Bible that says, "The effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much." Now, I'm not just talking to men. And I don't think that's what James meant when he said that. That's just in the Bible. That's just kind of how it's classified. He meant all people. But we need, as a nation, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, we need to be praying for the right choices. Right. And I believe we've been talking about that there are Democrats that are good, solid people. And I think they need to be praying just as hard as the Republicans that we need right decisions to be made. And so I just want to kind of throw that out as a challenge, that the effective, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. We have that power.
No, we do. We absolutely do. 100%, David. We got it. Look, if you're a Democrat, I know if you have common sense, you don't agree with your party. You don't got to tell me. You don't got to put a flag outside. You don't got to do anything. Right. I already know. We already know that you know that your party is out of control. And the only way you change it is to either A, not vote, which I listen. I don't want to tell anybody not to vote, because I think that is a sacred right given to us by our fallen soldiers, that we have to vote. But if you can't consciously bring yourself to vote for a Democrat, and you absolutely will not vote Republican, I'm just saying, you don't support the masses. You know, just because everyone else is jumping off a bridge, you don't have to. You know what I mean? Right. Make your own choice. You know, I'm not telling anybody how to vote. I'm not telling anybody not to vote. I'm just saying, every time, even though you don't, you know, if you're a F Trumper, I get it. If you're a F Democrat or an F Republican, I get that too. But don't go to the ballot box and sign up for a Democrat that believes in the wrong because you're so against the Republicans. And the problem is, the Republicans are right. I mean, honestly, they are. I'm not even trying to pick sides here.
Yeah.
I mean, right? I mean,
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Hey, knock your stick in the dirt. I'm telling you.
All right. Let's end this thing. That was a good show.
It was a great show. I thank everybody. G-Man, the shows just get better and better, brother. Love it.
Every time.
Absolutely love it. Thank you. To all my admins, your hats are on the way here shortly. We're going to get them done. I'm waiting for mine still. We got the store. We got some new stuff coming into the store soon. So, hey, thank you guys all. God bless everybody. God bless America. And, hey, thanks for joining us today. Hope to see you again next week. God bless you guys.
God bless America.
Are you tired of the same old, same old? Ready to show the world you still got it? Then you need to check out Gen X Unhinged online store. We're talking top quality gear for those of us who remember a time before influencers were a thing. Grab our classic embroidered cap or rock the bold men's red logo cap. Want to make a statement? Our We the People patriotic crewneck sweatshirt is calling your name. And that's just the start. We've got more cool, unhinged stuff waiting for you and more on the way. So ditch the avocado toast, embrace the nostalgia, and visit our store at genxunhinged.myshopify.com. That's genxunhinged.myshopify.com. Looking for quality, performance, and reliability? Look no further than CDP Firearms, LLC. Whether it's customized AR-15 parts, premium optics, or specialized ammunition, we have the gear to upgrade your shooting experience. We pride ourselves on providing top-notch products with expert-friendly service that you can trust. Visit us online at cdpfirearmsllc.com. CDP Firearms. Gen X Unhinged is sponsored by cdpfirearmsllc.com. Gen X Unhinged is a weekly podcast hosted by Christian Cole and David Cole. Join us online at genxunhinged.com, on Facebook at Gen X Unhinged Group, or download on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon Podcasts.